I'm not sharing. Now I'm sharing. I'm still not sharing. Come on, teams. Almost done. I would love to. Okay, we did it. No, we haven't done it. Okay, I give up. I'm going to share my back to people who are here in person, and then I can just bring up the sprint shoe spec and follow along. So it's out. Have a look at it if you haven't already. It's due Friday of week 7. So that's time. You know, you got some time. I would get onto it over Flex Week as well as having a bit of a rest and recharge, of course. Sorry, they call it Recharge Week now, not Flexibility Week. Yeah, I think it's because they realized there was no actual flexibility in Flexibility Week. But anyway, so all the stuff we talked about in the last 2 weeks with observability, we called it. Wait, I don't have Teams open. We talked about software deployment last week, which I'm kind of renaming to software delivery because I want to differentiate between the process of deployment, which you've all done on AWS as part of Sprint 1, and the actual delivery of your software to users. So you'll be doing that. You'll be rolling out using feature flags, which Chris talked about last week. You'll be building a testing service. That's all based on the microservice testing content we talked about. You'll need to also integrate that into a pipeline. I think this part will be quite interesting because it's going to test whether or not you can actually integrate because you build your testing service, and everyone's tests are going to run at some point as part of the CI/CD infrastructure. So you need to figure out where is that going to go. How is my test, which will be on another part of the system, how is that going to run, and how are people going to be able to see the results? And then the rest is kind of up to you. The Sprint 3 spec will be out reasonably soon so that you can start to look at it. And if you want to dedicate time into getting ahead on that, if you want to go back and improve on Sprint 1 stuff, then you're welcome to do that as well. I was chatting to Will today about just if you think there's something about the way we do stuff in the ecosystem, you say, okay, I want to change this. I want to fix this. There's a problem. You're more than welcome to make that your X factor. And maybe it's one person, maybe it's 2 people, maybe it's the whole team spends time working on a particular idea or initiative. The main thing is that it's well communicated. So this isn't a whole lot of time. You can probably have a few extra days if you need it, but try and get your engineering proposals in by week 6 Monday if you're going to do stuff in this regard. And this will be part of the marks, which I think, yeah, there you go, 30%. Any questions? Be reasonably clear. Probably the biggest unknown, and this is for everyone, including us, will be the observability stuff with New Relic. You should be able to sign up for a free account with New Relic. I'm going to have a look into this again. I think according to Dan, the accounts you should be able to get one through a GitHub student pack. You might have to sign up for that, but I'll probably put some more information here and stuff in tomorrow's notice about that as well.
With Relic and all of
Yep.
you gave us some is it more kind of jumping into it with this?
Yep.
Like New Relic?
Yep. Cool. You guys get the fun task of we've never done this before. Like I don't know a whole lot about New Relic. We'll give you as much support as we can, but we're going to be ultimately very lenient because there isn't a whole lot of support, and it's just like do whatever you can. If no team gets a proper dashboard working, then that's like, well, we know that we wouldn't expect that of you, kind of thing. Whereas if, yeah.
There's a team.
In terms of getting technical support, Chris is still running his sessions every Thursday, so you can set up those with him. We can also try and I can see if Webster's got some free time, and I can set up pairing sessions between people and him, and I can do that as well. In person, especially, you can come to my office and we can pair on stuff if we need to. Yeah. No, well, it depends. So let's say you write a testing service for another team's microservice, and that just runs unit tests on that service. No, you're testing someone else's service. That's said here. That's right. So it depends. So if it's just a series of unit tests, then you might include it in their CI pipeline. Or if you're running maybe end-to-end tests on the entire system, that's put as part of some post-deploy job in the overall pipeline. So you'll have to sort of design that and then figure out how to do it. And then if you need access to things I think you have access to the pipelines repo, but if you don't, then just let us know.
Just that unit test. Whatever you want. Marking on the code. I don't want people to train from it marking on the code.
Yeah, but it will be good feedback for them to improve on their API, of course. Yeah.
Is this mostly testing software correctness? Or does it include some
if you wanted to give thoughts on that, then by all means, they'll get feedback from their mentor anyway.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
So when you want in the third place data set services are choose what to test. Services might not. Is the information
that it's interoperable with other services?
Or interoperability of the data. It doesn't have to be quantity.
Yeah, so making sure the events, if the service produces events, that complies with the event spec is really important for that interoperability reason. The other one is, like Greg talked about last week, if you want to test the performance of their API, maybe it's really slow. I think it was one of the groups in the talk today was talking about how this other group's API that they were using was really slow. So things like that to give metrics and Cool. All right, we're over time, so I will call it there. Please post any other questions on the forum. Have a great recharge week. Plug in batteries.
You mean cry?
Go to the beach, do something fun. Have a day off uni work. I'm going to try to do the same.
Just give assignments. You at the start of week 7, so
it's due the end of week 7, so I'm not guilty of that.
No, that's true. But more abstractly.
Yep. Yeah.
Always just